Welcome back. My name is Ivica Cartello. You are watching React School for the Total Beginners. Why we need usersReducer? Why we need usersReducer? Post title, select users, author of post, save post, and right, you see this moment we have 8 posts. It is array, and the numbering of array begins with 0. Look at post. User is 0. User is 1. Again, user is 0. User is 1. User is 2. User is 1. And first 2 user, we have not users. First 2 post. It is initial state. But users, we have users ID 0, ID 1, and ID 2. We have always 3 users, and it is initial value of users, and that initial value here is only for presentation for solving problem inside of post. But in a real world, we need a separate form and add new users, edit users, maybe delete users. It is separate form, as we have form for posts. And because of that, we have only 3 users all the time, and there is no here in initial state. We have initial state. There is in we look at in users feature and users slice JS. User slice JS, there is initial value, and constant user slice, there is only name users. It is name of reducers. There is initial state, and reducers is object, empty object. We have not as for post slice. Look at, we have a name post, initial state, reducers, and we have action creator, post added. We have prepare, we have post update, and all that is actions. Post edit, post update is actions. For users, we have empty blocks. Reducers, we have empty. But I repeat, in real time, we need users added also. And why we have a separate reducer for users? Because of this. It is Redux. Because one user can create many posts, but one post can be written by only by one author. It is a relation one to many, and because of that we need 2 reducers and 2 properties of state. State, there is a properties posts, and there is a properties users. In our example, users go in select HTML element, drop down, and from that he gave out, for example, gave out ID, and that ID go here. Look at users 0, users 1, users again 0, users again 1, users 2, users 1. That ID go to post, and all that field, title, author, and content, that 3 fields go in post. Look at content, ID, title, user. That 3 fields here from form, and ID automatically created, would be created by function 9 post slice, by a function nanoid. That function produce a random string with a lot of characters. That possibility that we have two same, two equal ID is practically 0. And every times when dispatch bring this payload to reducer and produce a new state, that moment would be automatically created ID. We must have ID because ID is a unique identification of post. There is no two ID. And when React create array, he must have that key that in the best is to have ID, and React know concretely by ID what delete, what change, what edit, etc. And also for users slice. Look at ID, we have here ID, and ID is unique identification. And never again there was a number, same number. Always it will be different number here in that list of users. And in post, it go ID of users, and if we need the names of users, we can find them as in example in this application. I must say that is a theory of relation database management system that is SQL language of database, relation database, where we create table, and this same application in MySQL and PHP. In MySQL we would create 2 tables. One table would be users, and the second table would be post. Relation between posts, relation between 2 table would be one to many, and that relation, only that relation, work in relation database. Here is a very exciting moment for me, because I a lot of time work with PHP and MySQL, and work with the relation database and SQL language, and create query. Very exciting to know how JavaScript here create same thing as PHP and relation database. There is unique identification, and there is user ID, user's ID go in posts. Rule is one-to-many, one subject. This one who is one, that ID go in subject that is many. One-to-many, one go, ID of one go to as a strange key in many. Yes, it is very, very interesting. It is practically something like enter in no SQL database. We just have it here. We have database, but no SQL database. But we created that relation. That relation between users and the posts. And that very, very attractive display here it is. It is toolkit, Redux toolkit, add-in for Chrome. And also you look at here, posts, post added, post edit, post edit. We have only one action all the time. It is type of action. And posts, look at posts. Here it is. User 1, user 2, action state, action, we can go to history, action, this action, and we can look at payload. Payload is ID of posts. Look at it, is random string, title, content, and click here, content and user 0. We can click on any post edit. It is post edit. It is action type, and here is a payload. Action is object what have post edit in this example, what have post type, and what have a payload. But in our script we don't see a definition, declaration, what you want post edit. It declare, it define post slice declare post slice, declare posts from name posts slash and post edit. Post update we will see when we go something update. Look at view post, for example, edit post, A, B. Now we will be say, look at post update. post update. We have two action type. Post update. Post, view post, edit post. Key, save post, again, post/post update. And what you can, we have payload, chart ID, title, content, type. Look at type, payload, state, and we have here type and payload. ID, title, content. It is where we have no, it is initial, but if I go, if I go this one, there is ID, title, content, okay. Post update, update is only title content. We have not update, here we have two fields for title and content, and we update only title and content. Here it is. And users slice, we have not, we don't have action here. We don't have action. And we have not, here we don't use users slice in full exploitation with add new users, etc. Again, add post form. Add post form. There is users here. It is drop down menu. Drop down menu. Result of our action on change, on author change, and on author change is immutable changing by set state. We will have a user ID. Who takes that user ID? When we click on button save post, we activate, we call on save post clicked. It is arrow function on save post clicked, and that arrow function there is dispatch method. Dispatch method take post added action creator who create action type post/post added and create payload. That to dispatch give to reducer. Give to reducer. Here it is. Give it to reducer. And reducer have state and action. State, it is state before, and action, a new payload. Action type and new payload. And here is definition of type, action type. What will do action type? This is state.push action.payload. Here it is a mutable kind of change. It is directly push on state dot method push action.payload. It is possible because in this tool, Redux toolkit, and concretely here in post slice, there is a library who create immutable kind of changes. It is for that we have less job. State.push mutable kind we writing here, but library IMER library will take this statement and produce immutable kind of changes. What it means? It means that library take all state, copy of all state, and go like input in reducer. Input in reducer go copy of state. And the second input is action. Dispatch coming with action, coming action, and action type of action and action payload. Action is object. And we have two input in reducer. State, it would be copy of state, and action, it would be new payload. And from that two input, reducer must on immutable kind change state and produce new state. Immutable, and of course it will be copy of state by that library, and this statement would be push action. Push would be on copy of state, push action payload. Okay, take care of that. Let's get back to add post form. Add post form, as name say, is only about add post form. It is this post. It is add new port and post title field, input box, drop down, and content. It is 3 HTML in form, and save post is button of form. All about form is here, add post form. All about list, this is posts list, is here on post list. Posts plural list is here. It is component post list, and here add post form is component complete. It is component of add post, and this add post form, there is author drop down menu. There is an input box for title, input box for content. There is a button save, and after button save, all that input, title, content, and user ID go with dispatch to store to reducer. But what about post list? Post list is component where we see every post, list of post, and every post there is a title, there is a content, there is a user, name of user, and for display name of user we must have component, post out author component. Post author component is only for because of this, that we want to see name of author, and it's all. Post slice produce the principal time, the biggest coding, biggest script about reducer, and hooks use dispatch and use select is about reducer, Redux also, but that we import here in component side, because dispatch go from component to reducer, and select use selector coming from reducer, coming from Redux to component, and component is start point for dispatch, and coming point, end point for use selector, and they import here in post slice. We have only create slice, import create slice, and we need that function nanoid. We have here import that, and look at import create slice. It is function what create slice, coming from toolkit, Redux toolkit, but dispatch and selector hooks use dispatch and use selector coming from React Redux, because that two hooks belong React Redux. It is not only don't belong only to React, no, they belong React Redux, and we install toolkit and React Redux for create this application. Okay, for this video it is enough. If you have question, ask in comment, and maybe others subscriber and viewers look at your question and explain something with own words, and I also explain something my words here and again in comments, and it would be better for all of us. If you know somebody, your friends, and know somebody who need video like this, or share about this video on your network, and you subscribe if like it, comment, like, all that is engagement from your side, and adrenaline from my side, and other people who view this video and view comment. It is a richness of all education environment around this video Thank you for watching this video.